How do fish sleep when they always seem to be moving around? Good morning. I got another video from Salient Aquatics here. I've been seeing a lot of people asking about if fish sleep or if they need sleep. Well, the answer is yes, they do sleep. But some of them do it different ways. Let's get right into it. Yes, just like humans, fish require sleep. So it is important to be on a consistent day and night schedule with your lights in your aquariums, because fish need their sleep for their health just like humans do. Okay? So at nighttime hours, it is important to not go in your fish room and slam around or stick things in the tank, because you could startle them and they could take off and injure themselves. I have personally seen this with my big Oscars. He frequently is hurting himself. I might need to get stock and Seachem Stress Guard. Well, I'm sure the question arises because their eyes are always open and they always seem to be moving around the tank at day and night, right? Well, underwater, fish don't need eyelids. Unlike humans, we need eyelids when we sleep to help keep our eyes lubricated. With fish, they're underwater, so their eyes are already lubricated, so eyelids are not needed. But let's get right into how they sleep. How does that work? And how can you tell if they're sleeping? Well, basically, they sit still and motionless in the water. They're either going to do this at the bottom or they're going to do this at the top of your aquarium. And this applies for out in the wild, obviously. Some fish will actually wedge themselves into like a plant or a cave to hold themselves still, while other fish will just float in place and slowly just kind of make small adjustments to the body. When fish go to sleep, they go into like a low power mode. So they're not fully aware as they normally be during the day, just a little bit. It's kind of like sleeping with one eye open, if you will. But that's why it's important, like we discussed previously, when it's nighttime and you're in your aquarium, unless you absolutely have to do something, try to leave your fish be, because they can get easily startled and injure themselves. So there are a couple different kinds of fish when they're sleeping, how they work. Most of the fish in the aquarium that you have, that I have, that you see in your videos and stuff, these kind of fish just open and close their mouth to breathe. Okay? They do that and they can draw water in by doing that. That's why you always see fish doing that. They draw in water in, passing it over gills, and that's how they breathe. They have to be able to do that while they sleep as well. Just kind of like your body involuntarily starts breathing automatically. It's ingrained in the programming, so you can still live and you don't die when you sleep. These fish, same way. There are other fish like sharks, that need forward movement in order to breathe when they sleep, or they'll die. So when sharks are asleep in the ocean, what they do is they make small little minor external movements while they're sleeping. That little quick movement like this when they're sleeping here and there forces water in and to go past their gills, keeping them breathing. But that is how fish breathe when they sleep. The two different types. And of course, with anything, there's some really cool fish that have adapted to do different things, like the saltwater triggerfish. They've adapted their fins to get in the crevices of coral and wedge themselves in place so they don't move. Kind of like the cory cat. When they get themselves into a place that they don't want to be in, like a goldfish's mouth, they will have these barbs on their fins and they stick them out. So they can't go in and they can't go out, and they're just stuck there. I've had to deal with that situation before. It didn't turn out great for either of the fish. Schooling fish that have adapted that feature, they're okay with sitting still a little bit more because they have buddies that can let them know if there's predator around. So they don't have as much as a worry to be able to chill out and sleep. It's kind of like a man versus a woman when we sleep. I hit the pillow, I'm out in 5 minutes. My wife stays awake, worried about and thinking about everything. You know, kind of the same thing. So, to wrap it all up, one simple thing, yes, fish do require sleep. Yes, they do sleep. They just go in a low power mode, lay around motionless, either at the bottom or the surface of the tank. And just chill out. They don't have eyelids because they don't need them, as we discussed. When you're in your fish room at night, try not to make any loud bangs or stick anything in the tank if you don't have to, because you could startle them and they take off and injure themselves. Everything needs to sleep. So, but that's it. I hope this little video here helped you out. I've been seeing a lot of questions about if they do sleep, and that's understandable because they never do look like they're sleeping. Why? Because they don't have eyelids and their eyes are always open. But thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Bye.